What if you could live forever, but only by dying over and over again? Let's explore the story of Kai, a seemingly ordinary young man who stumbled upon an extraordinary and terrifying power. It all started on what should have been the last day of his life. One moment, a fatal fall in a dark, grimy alleyway. The next, he jolted awake, gasping for air, standing in that exact same spot 10 minutes earlier. He had rewound time. The catch: he had to die to do it. At first, he thought it was a freak occurrence, a second chance from the universe. He used his newfound knowledge of the next 10 minutes to avoid the accident. But then it happened again. A deliberate push from behind, a sickening crunch, and then rewind. He was back in the alley, heart pounding in his chest. This wasn't an accident. Someone wanted him dead. Now, fear was replaced by a grim determination. If death was his key, he would use it to unlock the truth. Each loop became a calculated experiment. He'd step in front of a bus, learning the exact timing of its brakes. He'd leap from a rooftop, mapping the city's aerial routes. The pain was agonizingly real, each death a fresh wave of terror. But with every terrifying reset, he pieced together more of the puzzle. He was no longer a victim. He was a hunter, using his own demise as a weapon. During one of his loops, as he deliberately let himself fall, he saw it. A shadowy figure cloaked in a dark hood, watching him from an opposing rooftop. They were there in every loop, a constant, silent observer. This was it. This was the person behind his repeated deaths. In the next reset, he changed his plan. Instead of trying to survive, he focused on one goal: confronting his watcher. He meticulously planned his approach, using the knowledge from countless painful cycles. He ran, vaulted over obstacles, and scaled the building where the figure always stood. He was just feet away, his hand reaching out to pull back the hood and finally see the face of his tormentor. Just as his fingers brushed the fabric, a cold, distorted voice echoed in his mind. "You're not supposed to exist." Then everything went black. Not the familiar jolt of a rewind, but a deep, silent void. The pounding of his heart stopped. This time there was no reset, no second chance. A final whisper slithered through the darkness. Power always has a price. He thought it was over, truly over, and then his eyes snapped open. He wasn't in the familiar city, not in the alley, not on the rooftop. He was in a sleek white room, devoid of any features except for a glowing digital clock floating in front of him. The numbers on the clock shifted, and words appeared. Level 2 unlocked. A wave of chilling realization washed over him. This wasn't a curse or a random glitch in reality. It was a game. A twisted, deadly game where death was just a mechanic to move forward. He hadn't just been fighting for his life. He had been clearing the first stage, and now he had just leveled up. The rules had changed, the stakes were higher, and he had no idea what horrors Level 2 had in store. The only thing he knew for sure was that the game was far from over. This story makes you wonder, doesn't it? If you had this power, would you embrace it and keep playing the game, or would you desperately search for a way to escape? Let me know what you would do in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, do not forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that will make you question everything. See you in the next one.